vanity is something in our world that is very, very prevalent. It's lost its place in a lot of people's minds as being amongst the 7 deadly sins. But we have to remember, it is one of the 7 deadly sins. And the reason I emphasize that is because that was one of the vices that I was very much guilty of myself. I wrote about this in a book I wrote entitled The Mysteries of the Redemption, a treatise on out-of-body travel and mysticism. I wrote about that experience because when it was presented to me, I remember it surprising me because it was so far outside of my radar. And then when I was allowed to see how ugly vanity is to God, I cried for days in seeing it. And it's funny because it says in the Old Testament, vanity of vanity, all the world is vanity. But we don't really understand the truth in that statement unless we look inward and allow God to reveal that to us. And we as human beings, we see ourselves individually as having so much importance, but that's the reason why we don't get it. Because what happened, we are children of God, and that is where our importance lies. And when we remain disconnected from God, the content of our soul, the impetus of our energy becomes greatly diminished. It's only when we actually are able to realize that our value and our purpose and our meaning comes from our connection to God and that we are children of God. And then when we realize that, we're going to also realize that about everyone. And then with all of that comes a real, true, and proper humility that we all have to then nurture and constantly feed. And we have to feed that with the truth. And the truth is not what we feed ourselves as a general society. We feed ourselves a lot of untruths as a general society.